Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a brake job on my 98 C1500 and I wanted to do a quick review of this tool I just picked up from Harborfreight. It's the Holt Industries branded pneumatic brake bleeder, and there's the part number. Do you need a compressor for this tool? And this tool allows you to bleed brakes by yourself. You don't need any help. So we're going to do a quick box opening and show you what's in the box, and I'll show you what we're going to be doing today. I did a complete front end brake job on my C1500 today. I ended up replacing the rotors, the calipers, and the brake pads. So I needed to go ahead and bleed the front end system, but while I was at it, I used the Holt Industries pneumatic bleeder to completely draw all the old fluid out from the front and the back brakes. Alright, so these are the pieces that are in the box. You got your reservoir tank. This is what creates the suction. It works by Venturi effect. What you do is you hook up a compressed air line here. It's got industrial fittings. I don't run these. I run these 3/8 body. These are T style, but they also interchange with the Milton P style. They're high flow 3/8 body connectors, so I made this adapter. And what you do is you run compressed air. You crack open this valve here to allow the air to go through, and it creates a Venturi effect. The air just goes straight through and it comes out of this side, but as it's doing so, it's creating the Venturi effect, so it's sucking, or it's creating a negative pressure in there. And you hook up this hose here. This is to drain that master cylinder, and it comes with this, sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. It comes with this little skinny hose that you plug into this end, and that's how you drain your master cylinder reservoir. And this is the hose that you actually hook up when you're going to bleed the system from the bleed nipples on each individual wheel. And this is the reservoir auto fill bottle. And what this is it's got a clamp there. It clamps onto the reservoir there. You fill that up with brake fluid. There's a shutoff valve. You fill it up with this closed, and then when you set it onto the master cylinder, crack open that valve there, and you can adjust this collar up and down to set the proper level. There's the lock screw for that collar, and so it's adjustable for the fluid level on the. You can set it to the proper height there. But you can take this bottle off and use these brake bottle adapters, so you can actually attach one of these bottles directly to it, so you don't have to fill this jug up. Also comes with these extra bleed screw nipples. So that's what's in the kit. Let me set it up and show you how to use it. Okay, I've got my air line connected. Crack open this valve. I do have my pressure regulator set to about 100 psi. It's not very loud. It's a little bit of a suction there. Excuse my loud ass compressor. Doesn't seem to suck with a whole lot of force there. Let's suck the rear brakes. Okay, so that comes out pretty quick. Okay, it's a lot of crud in there. I'm actually going to probably throw a little bit of clean fluid in there so I can clean some of that junk out. Got some new brake fluid in there, and I just kind of took a brush and brushed it out. Careful with this fluid, guys. It's I think it's corrosive. Don't get it on your skin, or don't put it on any paint. Okay. Works pretty good. Nice and clean. My compressor's probably going to kick on here in a second, so I apologize. Okay, and we're done. Okay, so I'm setting up the reservoir auto filler, and as you can see, I took off the bottle that comes attached to it. I'm going to try out these brake fluid bottle adapters. As you can see, there's two different sizes there, and I just happen to have two different bottles here. Shout out to O'Reilly and Napa, and we're going to try and see if I can do this, and hopefully these bottles won't leak. Okay, so we got the smaller of the two. Oh, no, wrong one. Okay, it snugs up pretty good. If you go too tight, it'll actually skip a thread, so hopefully that's creates a seal and doesn't leak all over the place. There's the other one, the larger one, and that one fits on that bottle. Okay, so let's set this up. Hopefully it doesn't leak, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so these bottle adapters did not work as soon as I hooked it up. It might work if you could crank them down, but it just skips the threads and you can't get it tight enough. It'd be better if it had some kind of a seal in there, but when you take the little aluminum foil off the top of the bottles anyways, you can't get a nice flat surface anyways. So yeah, these are junk, and that's where they go. Alright, so I got the bottle set up. It actually works really nice. So there it just clamps onto the side of the reservoir. And as you can see, that fill nipple there is just barely kissing the fluid. I'm going to raise it up a little bit and see if it actually auto fills the reservoir. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. I raised it up a little bit higher, and I'm going to crack open this valve and see if it autofills. So air is going back up into the bottle. As you can see, the bottle's kind of bubbling, and it'll just continue to do that and let fluid out. It'll just kind of trickle out until it reaches the top of the fluid level, and then that blocks off the air going back up into the bottle. So yep, looks like it works pretty good. Okay, now we got the bleeder set up to the wheel. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this valve open. And I've got kind of a P-trap there in case air wants to go back in. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but let's crack this valve. Okay, it doesn't look like it's coming out very well. Maybe this new caliper probably needs to fill up with fluid, maybe. Okay, I didn't have the bleeder open, quite all the way open. Some of the things that people commented on this tool is that when you loosen that bleeder screw, you actually get air coming in through the threads, so it creates that aeration. As you can see, it's sucking plenty of fluid through. I'm going to go ahead and close this off, and I'm actually going to try and see if I can put some petroleum jelly around those threads and seal it up. Okay, it's actually really pumping the fluid through, but as you can see, I'm still getting a little bit of aeration there. I'm not sure if that's actually air in the... See, if you move this petroleum jelly around, it gets solid. So I'm pretty sure I've removed all the air. It kind of moves slowly through the hose. But as long as you don't have any bubbles, or if you can seal up the petroleum jelly long enough to see that there's a solid column there. The aeration, see, you can see it. If I move the jelly around, it starts, but I'm pretty sure that the air is out of it. It's just sucking air through the threads there. As you can see, it's pulling fluid. You can see the reservoir there bubbling. So I think it's good. I'm going to go ahead and close this off and call it good. Test the. So my final thoughts on the Holt Industries pneumatic bleeder from Harborfreight is I think this is a good tool. It's a little on the expensive side, but everything seems good quality. So I guess you get what you pay for. Everything works well. The whole system, the way it goes about bleeding the brakes. This automatic filler works really well. I wasn't able to get these adapters to work on the bottles, but I did throw these out at the beginning of the video, but I went and dug them back out. And the big cap one actually works a lot better because you can actually crank it down. I didn't test it, but it's got thicker threads, coarser threads, and you're able to tighten it down a little bit more, so maybe it won't leak. So I ended up digging those out, and maybe we'll use them in the future. But yeah, the whole tool, the whole system works really well. The only issues I was having was it didn't seem like it was sucking hard enough or drawing the fluid. What I ended up doing was cranking up the pressure on the pressure regulator, and that did increase the suction force. And but the other issue I was having was the air getting past the threads on the bleeder screws. The Vaseline around the threads, it really didn't work. Maybe if I had something thicker on there, like some grease or I don't know, maybe some wax or some paste. Actually, some paste or something like that would probably work. But in the end, it ended up doing the job. It did draw the fluid out. You can see the fluid in there, and it is pretty dirty. I don't think that fluid has ever been changed in that truck. But yeah, it worked really well. The pedal feel, everything on the truck, it feels good. It doesn't feel like it has any air in it. I did take it for a drive, and the brakes feel fantastic. So yeah, I really like this tool. Let me know what you guys think of this type of tool, or this tool if you have personal experience, or if you have any experience with other different, if there's a better tool out there. I know they make a different tool for bleeding brakes that actually pressurizes the system from the master cylinder. I don't know if those are better. This is first time I've had experience with a powered bleeder like this. So let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.